In December. It's
Wow.
December 21st, 2022. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. You remember the Fakeologist show, don't you? Hello,
Yeah.
everybody. Well, I only brought it back because Uncle V is here. He's a sponsor of FakeoTube.com. Grateful for his support. We've been off for a few weeks. It's a super busy month here for me, and my schedule did change a bit. Therefore, I just did not have the time or the energy to do a show every day. But here we are. So, Uncle Vigilante, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for putting up with me with my absence over the last couple of weeks. As you know, my dad passed, and
Oh, very sorry about that too.
no problem. I had to head to Midwest Kansas, and note to self: never live in Midwest Kansas again. It was like
Oh,
we saw
cold?
we had a blizzard. It was
Oh my.
yeah, it was so bad, dude. So I grew up in Goodland, Kansas. My
Mhm.
dad moved to Hayes, Kansas, and he was the CEO of a bank for like 5 billion years,
Yeah.
and so that's where he wanted to be buried. But he died in Goodland, and my mom lives in Goodland. And the day before Dad's funeral, all us kids got into Hayes, Kansas. But there was a blizzard that shut down I-70 between Goodland and Hayes. So my mom missed my dad's memorial, as did about 90% of the other people who were intending to come from either Goodland or Kansas, and I mean Colorado. So
Yeah.
that was kind of interesting, but thank goodness uh, the storm passed and they opened up I-70 the morning before, so my mom was able to get there. But yeah, it was something. It was like I can't believe it. I cannot believe that my mom's gonna miss my dad's funeral. It was just crazy, but it was nice. And it was one of those. My dad was he suffered from that demon disease called dementia, and I have told my wife, I don't care what alibi you need, but there is a backyard that we have, a big, beautiful backyard. And there are some shovels in the garage. And you know what, honey? Just like file a missing report. But just, I don't want to go out that way. So just bury me in the
Are
back.
you saying you want to do some medical tourism to come take advantage of Canada's MAID laws,
Right.
medical assistance in dying?
Right, right. No, I just want my wife to hit me on the back of the head, and she's like, "Oh, nice, nice." Then you
That's
put me
murder.
at odds with God. Good for you. No, no, no. Sorry for the snort, but nope. It just it's one of those things. It happens. It's the cycle of life. But I'm glad it's over. I really am. It's one of those things that when you know it's coming, and when even you pray for an outcome, that when it happens and it's final, and the dude was your rock at Gibraltar your whole life, it was pretty difficult for me. So on December 5th, that was when my dad died peacefully in his sleep. So,
When
but
did you see him? You went in the summer to see him.
went in the summer, and then I went the month prior, and he was just a shell of himself. And
He
then
went fast, huh? He really declined right
yeah,
after you left in the
yeah,
summer?
his last week, he ended up, uh, uh, basically, he just had to be on not a ventilator where they stick it down his throat, but
Just
yeah,
oxygen.
yeah, he just had to have oxygen, and for about 4 days in a row, he was just unconscious. And
Mm.
my dad is, surprise, a fighter. And so I just had in my mind, My gosh, please don't be that guy, Dad, who,
Hangs
survived
on for another year.
a year. Yeah, just go in the night. And he did on December 5th.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
my
you were there?
my dad, no, I was not there.
No,
But
because your
my
mom was there. You sent a picture.
yeah, my mom was there the evening of,
Yeah.
but her daughter Janine, God bless her soul, she is a saint, stayed with my dad for 3 nights in a row. Like she just stayed in the recliner in his room and held his hand, and so she was there when he passed, and she said that he just stopped breathing, and
He went quietly into the night.
yes, he did.
That's a
And
poem.
I received my sister Colleen wrote the most amazing eulogy that didn't have a dry eye in
That's nice.
the place. So I am going to on my sometime over the holidays on my channel. I'm going to read my dad's eulogy
Oh,
just
that's nice.
as dedication to him. Doesn't have to do with crypto. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. But just because, it's my movie and I just want to like have have a memorial to him on my channel that I can point people to who missed the funeral, and I can just say, here's the eulogy. So yeah, well, look, on to sunnier and brighter things. I
Yeah.
want I want to talk about transparent, uh, you know, uh, uh, Bitcoin, BTC, surveillance coin, the orange coin, and I want to talk to you. And okay, let me back the bus up. I got an email earlier in this week from Brian from High Impact Flix.
Oh, I know that guy.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Um, I think he knows you, or you have donated BTC to him,
No, no, no.
or well, if you have not, then he has somehow followed you.
Oh, are you sure? Oh,
I Well, you know what? You're going to play a video that I sent you. Let me tell you what. Let me tee this up for you. Okay.
okay.
I received an email from him, and it was an email that was teeing up, one of his videos and such. And I noticed that uh, in his email, he had his Bitcoin uh, receive address as a means of support. And of course, he doesn't have PayPal, and he doesn't have the usual suspects because why? He speaks the truth and he's awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
But he had his Bitcoin address, did not have his Epic address, by the way. And I know he is an Epic holder.
Oh, whoa. That's
Yes,
interesting.
absolutely. And so I looked at that and it just kind of gnawed at me. And so I did what I do. And I reached out to someone in the community who is like, uh, when it comes to anything crypto and being able to decipher anything or I knew Bitcoin is a surveillance coin, and that if I had the receive address, I could tell a lot about that person, what he owns, who donated, everything. And so I sent it to my friend. He's like an alpha of the community, man. And he said, yeah, give me a few minutes. And boom, he sent back to me everything just on a surface level. He made it a point to say, he said, I'm going to give you what I came up with just on first pass, but understand I could go in and every address that donated to him, which you can see right now on the screen, I can see it,
Yeah.
is that there are all of these addresses. So has had people donate to him, but I can go into every freaking one of those, or he can, to be able to drill down to determine who in the hell donated what to whom. Understand every freaking address that you see right there. If you're like the Canadian government and the banksters, all you'd have to have is what I have here, which is the donation,
the ledger, right?
the ledgers, and then these people's freaking bank accounts can be shut down. They can be frozen. So I want you to play this, and I'm going to tell you, Fakeologist is in here at some point in time that I noticed, but I think it's because he
But
went.
how am I in it though?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, it came from one address. You just watch, hit play. I know you've not seen this yet. I'll shut up. It's a minute and a half, everyone.
What are we looking at here? This is someone's.
This is what he sent me after his forensics.
I know, but just describe what it is, because it's music. Okay,
this is what he sent me from me just sending him one frickin' receive address.
Okay.
This is what is out there on Chainalysis. So if you think that you're secure with your BTC, all I need is your freaking receive address, and I can tell you everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Should scare the shit out of you.
So I see some of my signatures visit our websites, but I don't know what that's from.
I don't know.
I don't really know what we're looking at here. That's the problem. I know this is the ledger on this still screen. I can't quite see it.
Ledger. Now understand, what you're looking at is pages and pages and pages of what he sent to me in response to this single address. And I just took it and I screenshot it, and then I made a little music video of it just to be able to say how BTC is a surveillance coin. Now, you try doing this with an Epic Cash address, and guess how long the video is? 1 second, which just shows the original address.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
So it's my public service announcement to the world that if you are denominating in BTC, if you think it is the bee's knees, it is like you going, it's like you wearing a raincoat and your bank account information is you underneath the raincoat naked, and you walking in and you just opening up your raincoat and showing everyone your junk. Sorry.
But in fairness, you could have many, many different BTC wallets and just keep changing it up if you really wanted to. But they could still record everyone that they saw.
Chainalysis and others. Mm-hmm. If you have that one wallet, they're going to be able to connect the dots on other wallets that you have.
Right.
It's again, PSA, everyone, you can have your head in the sand. You can denominate in BTC, or you can actually have Bitcoin perfected, which is all the positive attributes of Bitcoin. By the way, BTC is not Bitcoin. It's not the original Satoshi vision. And that's going to become painfully evident as Max Freeman launches his podcast, the DNA of Bitcoin podcast, which will be launched in January, to where he has Mark Cuban, Saifedean Ammous. He has a dozen, really, really meaningful impact people within crypto and blockchain technology who are on his podcast, and came on because Max is writing the book, The DNA of Bitcoin. And he reached out to these people and he said, hey, I want the brightest minds in crypto and blockchain technology to be able to help me, drill down into the Satoshi's white paper, try to understand what is inside his head and what he was trying to accomplish. And of course, that appealed to lots of egos, and they came on. And then Max starts asking them questions, and it becomes painfully evident none of them know what the F they're talking about. None of them, they may have said they read the white paper, but they don't, which then led to Max's great idea. What is your Bitcoin IQ? So he has created the DNA of Bitcoin IQ test, which is now, if you are in the Epic Cash community, it's being circulated amongst us to be able to, we're all taking this test just before we release it to the wild, and we're all flunking it. We're all flunking it because none of us really understand the white paper. And so what's going to be really, really cool is there's going to be a point to where these BTC maxis who think they know everything, they're going to be like, oh, well, I can take that test and I'll ace it. They're going to flunk it. And we're going to have a website that's just going to track everyone's score from the beginning to perpetuity. That's going to track. And so let's say over the years, the initial IQ test of what is your Bitcoin IQ, let's say on a scale of 100, ends up the average being 62. I don't know. All it does is show that we're all painfully ignorant of what Satoshi's original vision was and what BTC is today. So one day we'll have to have a maybe what we'll do is have a live stream one day, one Tuesday evening, to where we go through that test. That might be kind of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Are you still doing your regular shows on your
Oh yeah,
YouTube channel? Yeah.
yeah. Other than my, this week I did my show. By the way, shout out to Sky King. I did a show today with one of our community members. His name is Sky King, and it was amazing. I really think it goes down as one of my top 5 all-time favorite live streams. I really recommend people go to it. It is December 3rd, 21st today, Wednesday. So I went live at noon. And here's what you will find is just an amazingly smart person who has been in data science. He's an older gentleman. He builds his own airplanes. He literally has built 3 airplanes over the last 2 years. And you're familiar with Sean at SGT Report. He heard Max being interviewed on SGT Report, and Max is the founder of Epic Cash, and that piqued his interest 5 months ago. And so he came into t.me/Epic Cash, the community, and he's like, this project interests me. And he started going down the Epic rabbit hole. And as those who are really, really smart out there usually do, when they get into the rabbit hole, they start thinking for themselves and unpacking why this project, the community, and the ecosystem is so amazing. And it didn't take him long to where he said, I'm in. And he is so capable and smart. He ended up putting his oar in the water. His first oar in the water was to go into the t.me/Epic Cash help desk. And he started being there almost 24/7, helping newbies figure out Epic, and spent a couple months doing that, just putting in his time. and continuing to try to understand the greater ecosystem. And he's just become with our mobile wallet that's come out, our GUI wallet, he wrote all of the instructions. He's just amazing. So I just please anybody who just wants to be able to pass an hour of time, a little over an hour, watch the interview. And I think especially if you're an Epic holder, I know it's gonna make you feel really good about the asset that you're in. But if you're not, maybe you listen to it and from a
I'll put
third.
a link in the show note right now.
Great,
I'll download it myself. Here it is on the screen here.
beautiful, yeah, yeah. Play a play.
That's Sky King, this guy, huh?
Yeah, play the first couple minutes.
Here I am doing Epic.
I just skipped ahead a
This
bit.
is why we Epic to take
That's right.
breaks from our other worlds, and it's quite a
All right.
journey once you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. But he's a really, 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 really good dude, and so yeah,
So he's a Sky King, or
yeah.
he's an Epic believer.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He fundamentally believes that we're going to replace the current monetary system. He's drunk the Kool-Aid, and he's not a stupid dude. While you're in YouTube, why don't you go to Coin Bureau, BUREA?
By the way, I tried to download this, but since it's 8 hours ago, it's not taking to,
So yeah, so sometimes I can't stand it. It ticks me off. But if you try again tomorrow, it usually takes like under 24 hours to render. But
Yeah, I'm not really too familiar with YouTube these days because I don't normally stream to YouTube. I
yeah,
am still streaming to YouTube right now on my channel because it doesn't seem like we're saying
nope,
anything
nope, we're
too
not.
controversial.
Nope, we aren't. But if you go to Coin Bureau,
Okay.
Coin Bureau has 2.2 million subscribers, and they are one of the only uh, crypto reporting services out there that don't charge a subscription fee, and they do not engage for pay per play. So there
What
you
is this? What is this?
this is a guy named this is Guy, and if you take a look at his channels, it's an amazingly professional channel to where everyone should subscribe, whether you're in crypto or not, because crypto is the future. But if you take a look at it, the videos that he's done, he takes a deep dive in every crypto asset that is meaningful, and crypto news. What I want to impart upon folks that cryptobureau.com has a lead writer. His name is Taylor McCracken. And Taylor reached out to us because he was writing an article on Mimblewimble, which is a technology that Epic adopted to be able to allow Epic to be private and to be able to be fungible and to scale. Now, most people who don't understand any of what I just said join the group. I've been covering this for 2 years, and I'm just starting to understand what fungibility means and scalability and what it means to not be a privacy coin, but to have transactions be private. But anyway, just through some Q&A, Tyler McCracken just really, really fell in love with our project. And now if you go into t.me/Epic Cash or our ambassadors group or multiple groups that we have, Taylor is now one of us. And by that, it's just the fact that it's like organic. he started going down the rabbit hole. And this guy who writes, he's the lead writer, writes on everything crypto. This dude has been so blown away with our community. He now is like not only an epic holder, but he is going further down the rabbit hole. And Guy is going to become a guest in January on the DNA of Bitcoin with Max. 2.2 million subscribers these guys have. These guys are so discerning. Let me see if I can I'm going to go to, I want to read what, bear with me. I really want to, oh, come on. Don't let me down, people. Here we go. Nope, wrong one. All right. Important epic links. Okay. Let me read to you. Let me read to you what Taylor wrote in an article that just was published a few days ago. And it was on Mimblewimble. And at the point in time he wanted to refer to Epic Cash, this is what he wrote. An amazing project utilizing the Mimblewimble protocol in its full capacity is Epic Cash. Epic aims to fulfill Satoshi's original vision of creating a pure, decentralized, trustless, peer-to-peer payment system. And thanks to Mimblewimble and proprietary technology, Epic Cash resolves Bitcoin's shortfalls regarding mining centralization, privacy, scalability, and fungibility. The Epic Cash community has created not just what they consider to be a better version of Bitcoin, but are building an entire financial system from the ground up, looking to disrupt and replace the corrupt system we have today. You can learn more about this ambitious project within Epic Cash's telephone or Telegram lobby at t.me/Epic Cash. So again, it's just a little nod, but that's just the beginning of what he's going to start reporting on. So we have hit Coin Bureau's radar, and that is a BFD app.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. I found the article on Coin Bureau.
Oh,
Mimblewimble.
Can you put that in the show notes too?
I will. Their own search on their own website couldn't bring it up, so I used pre-search to search the website, and I found it. So
You're amazing. You're amazing.
I did find it without looking that hard with pre-search. So quite a big article. It says it has its origins with Litecoin, which I don't know much about.
Yeah,
Mimblewimble.
Mimblewimble. It is a Harry Potter character, I think, or something like that. But yeah, probably not the best idea to name it Mimblewimble because people are like, huh? But that's okay. It's history. It's history. And then let's see. Can you go to cryptocoinshow.com? Let's see if there's an article or a video that I haven't been alerted if it's been published yet, but let's just go together.
Okay, I'm looking here.
Is there anything recently that would be about Epic or Max Freeman? Because that's another one that was that took a liking to us. And that would be Ashton. I know you have to.
Epic proportions. No, that's not it. Lots of epic games. Epic games.
Maybe it's not out yet. I haven't seen anything in our Telegram chats, but there's going to be something that a video that comes out where Ashton interviewed Max Freeman, our founder, and that's also going to get lots of eyeballs to Epic. So,
Okay.
all right. Well, tell
All right.
me what's going on in the world that I've missed over the last couple of weeks. Anything that's new and improved?
Well, we had some good audio chats in the last week on fakeologist.com, and it was pumping up. Our Discord went down again, was taken down.
Oh, I was going to say on Saturday morning, I was, taking my dog to be groomed, and it's like an hour away, and so kind of the only time I ever go on Saturdays is when I'm en route, and
Yeah.
I went to my Discord and I could not find you.
Yeah. Yeah, we got blown away, I think a day or two before the Saturday. So,
So you're back like a good rash.
oh yeah, Wild Times got us going again. He's our new administrator,
Okay,
and he got us going within a day or so. It'll be even faster next time. So
beautiful.
we had a nice audio chat. We also have a gilded server, which is to me it's not quite as good, but it serves as a great backup. So anyone that wants to sign up for our audio chats can go to fake11.com/discord or fake11.com/gilded. You can do that too, by the way, and just a backup. So if you can't find the Discord, you can go to your gilded and just say a few things over there. And you should if you're addicted to these apps, you can easily find us on the gilded because it doesn't seem to get taken down
Okay,
the same way. And, also, I created another short code at fake11.com/bumper, and
all
I'm
right.
trying to get people to create bumpers for our audio chat. You go to fake11.com/bumper, it brings you to the Fakeologist forums, and then it tells you what to do. Here's the script, click on here and start recording, and it will send me your recording, and you can have your voice played every hour or so randomly throughout any audio chat. But
Wow,
other than that, yeah,
so
go ahead.
this is one of those. Welcome to Fakeologist. Is that one of those to where you?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so you don't want to go give a war and peace. You just want to give a little bumper.
Yeah, you read the script. The script's
Okay, okay.
on the
You
so
read the script. That's cool.
that is what you do. So other than that, we've been following on the blog a couple of local psyops. So we had a couple psyops here, shootings and whatnot. They're happening all around the Western world just to bring in Agenda 21 gun control. On we already have a lot of gun control outside the U.S. But they just keep reinforcing the idea because they just want to brainwash a whole generation to not want or have anything to do with guns.
What is a generation? 20 years?
I would say so, yeah, for sure.
So everybody, please understand. Turn off your frickin' TV, would you? Don't let your kids watch mainstream news TV, please.
But this permeates, more than just the TV now. The young
Yeah,
people don't watch TV, they watch TikTok.
yeah,
I
that's
don't monitor TikTok, so I don't
true.
know what
That's
gun
true.
control stuff is going on there. I'm sure it's just the same, just in clip form,
Yeah,
but
I
I couldn't tell you.
but bottom line message being is, anything that is mainstream, look, it's not your friend. It's not your kids' friends. And how about invest a little bit of time with your kids? Play some Monopoly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
We always get a board game for Christmas, so I'm
do
sure
you?
whatever. Yeah, we get one a year, just,
Oh, that's cool.
and then we play it for over the Christmas break, and then we
Really
probably
nice.
never see it again.
That's all
But,
right. It's nice. That's
yeah.
cool. I think that's a great tradition.
Yeah, board games still exist, and, it's not a bad way to unite and try and put your phone away. That's the biggest thing is tuck your phone away, leave it in the
Right.
other room. But yeah, it's a good thing. So we've been keeping up on the blog. even though I sort of suspended the shows for the month of December because I just got too busy
Right. Yeah.
and too
Well,
tired.
what do you do for a living, Ab?
I'm in the logistics business, so moving parcels around.
Moving
So,
parcels. So this time of year is particularly busy. Lots of
yeah, the
parcels.
Black Friday actually kicked it off. I think Black Friday's probably bigger in the US than, say, do you have Boxing Day sales in the US?
No.
Okay, so this Black Friday idea has just spread all over the world because, as you know, American enterprise is pretty much everywhere in the world now
Right.
rather, so goes the Black Friday, so yeah, that was probably really busy. I'm
Yeah. So it's
expecting
been
it to be a lot less
a
busy.
very busy month for you.
Yeah,
And so you're taking the pressure off yourself and not committing to, because you've been
yeah,
an animal this year as far as
yeah,
uh,
yeah, and it's not like this whole psyop has let off, but
no.
it I don't know what's going on in Florida, but I know what's going on
They're
here and other
trying it.
places in the
They're
world,
trying it again.
even though you've got that governor. But somebody posted a video on the governor's past stance on vaccines, but he seems to have changed, so I don't wanna fault him for his past.
Yeah. Look,
You
uh,
tell us, what's your governor saying these days?
well,
Is he
I don't know because I don't watch TV, and I
Mhm,
really have not paid attention to much of anything other than, National Football League
okay.
scores because I'm such an in-depth person. I'm not very surfacical. All I care about is football. But you know what? It's like, to me, a waste of time because I've already conceded to the fact that 80% at least of my fellow compatriots out there, those people walking around my grocery store, are, non-player characters, NPCs. They don't critically think for themselves. They just let the TV do their thinking for them. So whenever the television ratchets up a narrative, if it becomes all about, wearing masks again, guess what? Everybody's going to be wearing masks again. It just is what it is. Maybe a few less. I do think that the mama bears in the world are starting to wake up that, screw you, I'm not going to, you know, vax my kids as a condition of attending school, but maybe not that many. I don't know, man. A lot of today's parents, they want to be able to go to work. And if sending their kids and putting something over their face to get in the way of God's, you know, uh, free oxygen in their kids' lungs, as long as that keeps them in government babysitting schools, I think they'll do it. I don't know. It is not a subject that I care to think a lot about because it just pisses me off. Um, but I wish people were smarter. I think there's a whole lot of dumb ass people out there who they're just dumbasses. Sorry, but I've arrived at no other conclusion that most people do not have the capacity to critically think anymore.
Mhm.
And I have many in my family, you know? I went to the funeral, and it's like all I could do is shut my mouth when I hear people talking about CV-19 and everything that's happened over the last few years. I just had to bite my tongue, shut my mouth, and just say, this too will pass. You're getting on a plane soon. Just STFU, Todd. So
Well,
it's my take.
I'm just looking through Governor DeSantis's, Twitter feed right now just to see if there's anything really about the clot shot, so I don't
Yeah.
really see a whole lot, but, anyway, we'll see.
So everyone out there listening, if you do not subscribe already to FakoTube fakeotube.com. You must, because that is Ab's
Yeah.
channel, like YouTube, to where he curates all kinds of video content. So he
Old
watches,
stuff, new stuff. Yeah.
yeah, he watches all the videos that we all wish we could get to, but can't. And then he determines which ones make the cut. So he does all the research, the pre-search, so we don't have to. But so as a, service, at least, please subscribe to fakeotube.com and just engage and make it a go-to, must go to, a couple times a day. You have your morning constitution, go to fakeotube.com. It's not that hard.
And the most watched videos, the SPARS pandemic drill or simulation for 2025 to 2028. And that's
Oh,
up from a
really?
year ago. I put that up.
Wow.
That's got almost
Amazing.
100,000 views on FakeoTube, which is a private little site that most people have never heard of. So that's a pretty big number.
Crazy.
That's a
That's a
pretty big number, actually.
I've been at this for 2 years on YouTube. I've never had a video have 100,000 views. So congrats on that. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's not my video, but I found it somewhere.
Yeah, but it's
And
your
yeah,
platform.
yeah, that's right.
So that's 100,000 people who are finding their way to your platform to be able to
That's right.
watch it.
And that's only a year old, this video. And it's all about the SPARS pandemic simulation that Johns Hopkins did in 2017. And it says it's for 2025. So if you think this whole thing is going to go away, I
No,
don't think so.
no, it's not.
But lots
It's
of good stuff on FakeoTube. I found
and
a
tell
video
us,
from
tell us.
2001. Let me just see here. This is talking about the Earth Charter, which is the basis of what we're going through now. Sorry, this is October 19th, 2002, 2002.
I've never
And
heard of Earth Charter. This is new to
yeah,
me.
well, it's the basis of Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. And it's really pantheism where it's earth worship. So
Interesting.
they know there's a gap. They know around the world there's a growing group of people that don't worship God in the same way as they
Yeah,
used to, and they're just going after this group that is sort of without religion and signing them up to earth worship, which is called pantheism.
yeah,
And
interesting.
the only people that talk about this are the Christians because they
Yeah,
see it as going against their God,
yep,
and it's
yep,
quite interesting. It's the people that have created this earth worship use a lot of religious terms.
yep.
Well, it's quite clear what they are trying to create, just another religion.
Mm,
So this has been talked about by mainly Christians for the last 20 to 30 years because they're the ones that are the canaries in the coal mine, and they're the ones that have been talking about it, usually to little or no audience outside their own religion. But now, because we're all realizing that we're in this COVIDian climatized or climate cult, that
yep.
they're just marrying the two ideas. And that's why I called this post "Pandemic of the Pantheists." There's a reason why it's called a pandemic. It's the same word. It's
Wow.
just across humanity. Pan is across. There's the god of Pan, and from Greek mythology, and these words are similar for a reason.
By the
It's
way,
yeah.
by the way, please tell people how they can find your podcast, because there was a recent podcast that you were on
Mhm.
that I listened to.
Oh, Tom Quinn?
Yes, it was my favorite podcast of yours, I think, ever.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, so
No,
that's
no,
very
it
generous.
was it was so good where he was interviewing you,
Yeah, yeah.
and you were so good.
Oh, thank
Can you
you.
can you pull that up so that we can direct people to it?
I
Because
will.
if
If you go to
anyone
the main page and you click on podcasts, that'll bring up my podcast page, so I won't have to tell you the specific link, and you scroll down, you just see I have 2 series. There's a Fakeologist show and the Fakeologist audio chat. So within the main show, you see here, episode FAK 656, Tom Quinn Show. And that's
Yes.
the second time I've been on it. The first time is right over here, right beside it, 651A. I label it A just because it's
Yep.
his show. So I'll
Yep.
put links in the show notes. So thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, it was excellent.
Oh, thank
Excellent.
you.
If I did not know you at all and I just stumbled upon that podcast and listened to it, I'd say that is someone I need to do a deep dive and go listen to everything that they have ever said because it was just brilliant.
Oh, wow. Well, you're super biased, but I appreciate it anyway.
Yeah, but I'm also fairly smart guy and
Oh, yeah.
discerning, and I
Oh,
was
cool.
and I was just like, you kept look, put it this way, it's like how you say what you say when you say it is really a gift, and to be able to,
Oh, thank you.
I can only imagine, the people who follow his show when they listen to that, it's like there's no woo woo in you. It's just like you're like Sergeant Friday. You're just the facts, ma'am, and you just report it as you see it, and it's very credible. Everything you say is very credible for good reason because you back everything up with an entire blog and and YouTube-esque video channel, and you know your shit. So
I
good,
appreciate that a
good on
lot.
you. Yeah, no.
I should be getting better at this because I have been practicing for 10 years, so I should be better. Yeah, and if I'm not doing a podcast, as you said, I'm doing a blog where I can just post a couple things here and there,
Yeah.
and then I do add to FakeOTube. So
Yep.
I haven't gone away, so just because I don't yap every day, I am doing
Oh,
stuff,
yeah,
chipping
yeah,
away.
you've yapped plenty, and
Yeah, I
thank you
appreciate
for
that.
putting up with my absences over the last month because I have committed to you Tuesday evenings, but
Yeah,
just
that's okay. It's
yeah,
just an open day, but you don't have to use it, so it's
yeah.
fine. We're all busy with life,
I
and
was ready to
December.
go last night, but my wife is like, "Man, we I'd like to invite some guests over. Can you make your famous lasagna?" And I'm
Oh,
like, "Sure, honey. You're the boss." So that's why I had to punt last night,
that's fine.
um, to be able to have some dinner guests over, and but yeah. So
Well,
that's
that's great. Well, we do have a few hardcore people that show up for the lives, but overall, people do come or just get it later on their podcast app or come to FakeOtube later at their own leisure. So it's the best way.
so
It's
I'm seeing Lufus in the chat.
Yeah,
Loufas.
that's your guy on your channel, I think.
I know it's my guy on my channel, and Lufus, forgive me for not like immediately you come into mind, but I'm seeing everything you're writing, and it's like you're a good dude, man. Thank you for paying attention and being part of the community. Um,
He was on
it's
the show before, wasn't he?
I, you know what my probably you could probably tell me he's my brother, and just everything that's happened this last month, my brain's fried. But I don't recognize Lufus from the top of my head.
That's all
Uh,
right.
damn, and that's probably going to embarrass me, and he's probably going to say, "Dude, we've talked like 100 times." So anyway, Lufus, I'm sorry if it's not top of mind, but I'm just seeing you, and I appreciate you being in the chat. That's all. That's all, my brother.
All right. Well, we've got the Epic page up online here. So if you have a Veet wallet and you want to try that out, you can send some of your discounted Epic coins. You can send some. It won't cost you that much, and even though one Epic it looks like 35 or so cents, it won't cost you anything to send it. So if you
It
want
won't
to
cost you
have a
anything
pretty,
to send it,
yeah,
and it's not going to be 35 cents forever. There's so many things that are happening that are going to the only box we don't check is mass adoption. And if nobody's paying attention, it's pretty much crypto winter everywhere.
Oh
Lots of
yeah.
projects are going to zero. And I believe that we're going to be one of the only ones left standing.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yep. And so if you watch today's live stream with Sky King, we riff on that a little bit about how our community is so amazing that nobody gives a crap about the price right now. It just because we know the future. And so it's just like not if, it's when. And so, good on people who have a lower price point to be able to get into Epic. Any BTC maxis out there, I hope you rewind and look at the beginning of the show and what happens if I have your BTC address, what we can do and what Chainalysis and others do to be able to surveil you and everything about you.
And who knows what the some of the regulators have. This is just a public website. They might have some more sophistication where they can make even more references and links and cross references.
Of course, they can tell when you send all the people who send anything to. If you'll notice, what my guy was able to arrive at is where this guy ended up, all the websites he was going to and such. So yours was one of them. So
Yeah, I'd have to look at that.
Imagine, the Druid Babylonian bastards, voting on what should be censored and not. And I'm sorry, but what you cover, my friend, is censorable in to mainstream whatever, right? Just because you cover the truth, but you were in there. So imagine then that triggers something to where they say, oh, whoever sent these BTC to this service, this content provider, we're going to shut their we're gonna cut their freeze their assets, their financial assets. They can do that. They did that. Canadian truck drivers. Remember that? They did it.
A couple of the organizers, I think, are still frozen. I think. I don't know because they're totally silent. They're radio silent. Yeah.
Because they sent BTC.
Well, actually, they were just asking for bank transfers into their account, and then the banks froze their accounts.
Yeah, but also that happened with BTC folks. Okay. Yep. So
yeah. So anyway, anyone should look into Epic Cash. And if you like this show, you want to send one Epic Cash, you can just scan this QR code with your Veet wallet, and you can send seamless money, and nobody gets a cut of it except the fakeologists. So.
Yep. And Steve just said, what is it that Max Freeman says? Everyone gets the price of Epic they deserve.
Right.
That's it. So I think most of us deserve Epic at 35 cents. I started acquiring at 18 cents. My basis is 75 cents. Across my whole bag. So we're well under my basis. And am I worried? Absolutely not, because the community is so robust. Taylor from Coin Bureau, the lead writer, he's gotten involved with our community. And he, this last week, in a private conversation, said he cannot believe how robust our community is in a crypto winter like we're having now. And that just made my jaw drop. I'm like, wow, here's a guy that covers everything. And he's calling out our project as being one of the most robust communities that he's ever seen, qualifying it with in this crypto winter. So that's very cool.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap her up. We went about an hour, and I enjoyed this. So if I don't talk to you again, super Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, we won't be back until after the first of the year. I'm taking next week off, and
yeah, me too.
And Lufus, I see in the chat. So I understand. Usually you're very quiet. So good. That makes me feel better. So I don't feel like you and I are BFFs, and I should know who you are. So I was feeling bad there for a second, but I appreciate you, Lufus. I appreciate all of you who are usually quiet in the background, because we have one hell of a community, whether you're out in front or not. So, Ab, you're awesome. Thank you. I wish you and your family the happiest of holidays and a mask-free Christmas.
A Merry Christmas to you and yours. Hope you have a good one, and you'll be back next year. You're my only regular guest right now. The whole regular guest schedule just sort of fell down a bit, but we'll rebuild.
You can count on me like a good rash, baby.
Yeah, you're reliable, I have to admit. And you're a fakeologist, and you're, of course, an Epic Cash promoter, and they're the sponsor of FakeoTube. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you next year.
All right. See you guys. See you, Monk. Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back maybe for a Christmas show, or just join us on the audio chat, fake11.com/Discord or /Gilded /bumper if you want to record a bumper, /donate, all fake11.com / that's the main domain, and join us. And don't forget the forums, don't forget the blog, don't forget FakeoTube. There's so much here. It's a very unique platform, and thanks for engaging. Have a good night, everybody.
Cheers.